for a new day, new blessings. As we unwrap all our blessings today, may we shout to the Lord and say, thank you for all your gifts of love. I pray you bless every lady you've brought to this platform this morning. We pray you'll be with all of us, whatever it is we are going through. You are well able to take care of every situation. Bless our families. May we be blessed as we come to this space, this oasis, and may we go away refreshed and more determined to shout to the Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome once again to Let's Talk. Welcome to Let's Talk. I have my two granddaughters with me and they're joining this morning. They have to be off camera, although they are begging to come on, but no, they're too young. They asked me yesterday, when could they show their faces? I told them when they become 80 years old. And they said, what? Grammy, you not 80 and nobody on there's 80. I said, I'm the boss. I could make any rule. You're not coming on. So good morning, everyone, again, and welcome to Let's Talk. Okay, before we get to our smile, if you see me smiling extra wide this morning, today is my husband's birthday. His birthday. He's healthy, he's well, he's just as young as when he was 12. So yes, a good day. So yes, today is my husband's birthday. And of course, the grandkids are secretly planning their to-do and they're so excited you would think it's their birthday. So yes, that's happy birthday to my husband. And I hope I sent some of you Kyle's video, which was something to smile about. Some of you were lost. You didn't know what in the world. I was sending it to you. Kyle, would you take a moment and explain what it is I sent to these ladies? Because some didn't respond. And when I didn't see the response, I said, they didn't get it. Kyle?
Yeah, it was just a joke, a parody. I'm a very big Celtics fan in basketball. And I talked and teased with my friends that if my basketball team won the championship, I would pretend to be a part of the team and my role would be like the ultimate fan. And then they said, well, if you lose, you still have to do it. And because I agreed, I said, okay, win or lose, I will still pretend to be a part of the team as an ultimate fan. I'll still hold a post-game press conference, and that's what I came up with.
Okay, it's hilarious. If you, it's YouTube, please you don't do it. So I'm begging you, since you don't do it for me, do it for him. Give him a thumbs up. He say, he hope he get 1,000 likes. You make it and send it on.
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
You don't want 1,000? Okay, I made that up. I thought I heard that.
It's quite fine. You can find on YouTube if you're interested. If you don't, that's totally fine.
All right, it's good. I'm encouraging. It's hilarious. It's really, really funny. And he did it all himself with all the different voices and stuff. That's his production, all him. So that was funny. So always be happy. Always wear a smile. Not because life is full of reasons to smile, but because your smile itself is a reason for many others to smile. Always be happy. Always wear a smile. Not because life is full of reasons to smile, but because your smile itself is a reason for many others to smile. So smile. Good. Now, this one, common sense is a flower that doesn't grow in everyone's garden. Common sense is a flower that doesn't grow in everyone's garden. When I saw that, I had to write that down because, yeah. So I'll be more forgiving knowing that everybody that didn't get that flower. All right. What's in the news? Well, take a minute. I'm going to give you 1 minute and then you'll see why this is in the news. Take 1 minute in your notebook and write down in 1 minute, Kyle, set the timer, all the things you can get from wheat. 1 minute. All the things you get from wheat.
One minute.
1 minute, yes.
Ten seconds. All right, time is up.
Okay, good morning, Margaret. Good to have you. Now I'm going to give you my list and you check yours. And when I'm finished, if you have any that I don't have, then you tell me. Bread, muffins, noodles, pasta, biscuits, cakes, cookies, cereal bars, crackers, pastries, pancakes, waffles, pretzels, and all breaded meats. Anybody has any that I don't have?
I have Malta.
What is that?
Malta is a drink. It's made
Oh,
with
yes, yes,
right?
you're right. I'm glad you mentioned that. I need to get a ball of vitamin ball.
And
right
pudding.
now. Ages, yes.
Pudding.
Pudding, yes. Anybody had any that I omitted? Well, when you look at your list, I heard this just this morning on the news, in fact, that because of the drought, you know, it's been extremely hot and it's getting hotter. Because of the drought, the farmers are already saying that they're looking at a very small harvest. So a small harvest of wheat means higher prices. So all those things you mentioned there and you didn't put in your list, look for the prices to go up than what they already are, because the harvest does not look good because of the drought that we have been experiencing. So we've been getting a little bit of rain, thank the Lord, because the farmers are praying for some rain so that our grocery bill will go down. Most likely it won't. I heard Kyle telling me something last week. What was that, Kyle, with that pricing? Because I didn't hear that one.
Oh, there are speculation that the way that the inflation of grocery prices are going to be, that a carton of eggs could very well be between $10 and $12 by the end of this year.
Wow.
Hopefully that's not true, but that's what some experts have surmised.
Wow. So you see what's happening with the grocery out there and the grocery bill and the food stores. Okay. Now Sunday was June 19th, and that is now a federal holiday over here. And it was celebrated on Monday, and it's called Juneteenth Freedom Day. Juneteenth Freedom Day. Could anybody tell me why would they name that federal holiday Juneteenth? Why Juneteenth? Where they got that name from? From what I just told you.
19.
That's right. It was the 19th day of the month of June. So they combined it together and they got Juneteenth. That is now a federal holiday for the first time here in the US. Well, what is that about? That is about the emancipation of slaves in Texas. Why Texas? Well, if you know a little bit of the US history, we have what was called the Confederate States, 11 of them. They were the states in the South versus the states in the North. And they were the ones that were referred to as the United States. It wasn't the United States all along. United States were the northern states. The Confederate States were the 11 southern states. And the rift between them, why this division? This caused a civil war because of slavery. The South wanted to hold on to their slaves and say, and the North was saying, free the slaves for emancipation. And so they had what was called a civil war. Well, Texas was one of those Confederate states holding on, the big landowners holding on to the slaves. So when the Emancipation Proclamation was made, Texas was the last state to hear about it. So when in 1865, they were told on June 19th that slaves were now free in the South, in the Confederate States. That's why this is now a federal holiday, Juneteenth, a federal holiday here in the US, because it marks emancipation, the freedom of slavery here. Now, it didn't happen right away. If you read history, it took some time for some landowners for that to marinate. And then, you know, enslaved people, sometimes we don't know any other way. So we still stay enslaved. So that is what happened. But yes, Juneteenth, that was a federal holiday for us here in the US. It was celebrated on Monday because the 19th was on a Sunday. Today is National Onion Ring Day. How many of you like onion rings?
Not any.
All right, well, that breaded onion, that's another thing. The price will go up because breading on anything, wheat, bread. I learned to eat it. Yeah, I tried to make it. It was just mine came out too greasy. So yeah, but yeah, I didn't see that. How many of you like onion rings? All right, National Onion Ring Day. Today is also National Chocolate Eclair Day. What are they? What are they? Eclairs, what are they?
Candy with caramel in the middle, something like that.
Okay.
They are the goodness, the good stuff to eat.
Okay, it's a pastry with, yeah, some caramel, something in the middle. It's normally crispy. How many of you like those?
Me, I love it.
You love it. Okay, you're allowed one today, okay, being National Eclair Day. All right, now, if What fish goes good with peanut butter?
Well,
Daddy.
Miss Iris. What fish goes good with peanut butter?
Daddy.
Salmon.
Jellyfish. Peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
Jellyfish.
got it.
Okay. How did a dad justify buying a boat? How did a dad justify buying a boat? It was on sale. It was on sale. Sailboat. Okay, you got it? Now the next one. How many alligators does it take to change a light bulb?
None.
One, it's a snap. Alligator, snap. Okay. What did the buffalo say to the son when he dropped him off? What did the buffalo say to his son when he dropped him off? Bye, son. B-I-S-O-N. Bye, son. B-I-S-O-N. Bye, son. One more. What was the balloon's last word to the dad? What was the balloon's last word to the dad?
Pop.
That's right, Pop. Okay, you got it, Miss Curtis. Good, Pop. All right. How many of you have had cramps in your leg? Time for tips and tricks. How many of you have had some leg cramp? Or you don't experience those? It's only me. I woke up with one this morning. Demi, you do? You have that? What do you do?
What do I do?
Uh-huh.
But right now I have on
Something.
thingam stockings.
The compressed stocking?
Compressed stockings. Right
Okay,
now.
for the leg cramps.
Yes. And sometimes I have to elevate my legs on the pillow if I'm
Mhm.
lying down.
I use Aspercream.
Okay, Asper cream, and you rub it with that.
Yes.
All right. Anybody else? What you do?
I
I
try to
use
massage it. It's very painful, but I try to massage it when I do.
All right, massaging. What you do, Jenilyn?
either if I sit and flex it, if it doesn't come out, I can use alcohol. I use some Vicks Vapor Up.
Okay. Sharon, you had something you wanted to share?
I usually take my foot, if it's in one leg,
Mhm.
take my foot and do it back towards the knee, like flex it back and hold it like that until it goes.
The same cramped leg.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's the foot part.
Yes, because if you're not at home where you have an alcohol or Aspercream or something, these are some tricks. I tried it this morning because as I jump out of bed, I felt it. You can stand on that painful cramp leg, stand and put your weight on it. Stand and put your weight on it and slightly bend the other knee. Slightly bend the other knee, stand on the cramped leg, stand straight if you can, slightly bend the other knee while you're standing and put your weight on it. That worked for me. And another thing that you can do something to what Sharon suggested. Well, you can also sit down and stretch that cramped leg out. Stretch it out. It's painful, but stretch it out. And it's going, and try to pull your toes back toward you. And it will give you relief. And the other thing you can do, especially if it's up in your thigh area, see if you can hold on to a chair, the wall or something. And if you can pull that foot back, what Sharon suggested, see if you can pull the knee, not the knee, the leg back towards your hip. And there are some positions. The Mayo Clinic suggested those, and you know, that's a clinic with a cutting edge. There are some suggestions coming out of Mayo Clinic to help with cramping. Okay, so now let's report on our Let's Talk exercise. Go on.
Sharon,
Christine,
Sharon. Good job. Demi, way to go.
Althea and Amadata.
Althea and Amadata, very good.
Jenny Lynn,
Janelyn, keep going.
Ives,
Way to go, Miss Ivis. Blanche. Anybody else? Okay, keep it up now. Keep your exercise up. So congratulations and good job for another week of exercise. Let's segue now to our tech tip.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kyle Spence. I'll be bringing your tech tip for today. Two things. One, there was a tech suggestion by Althea on video editing software that we can use on our cell phones. I found a pretty good video on some software that you can download on your phone that I think would be useful if you're interested in editing your videos using your phone. So I'm going to put that particular YouTube link into the chat description below or chat box below that you can be interested. If you're interested in, feel free to take a look at that. That's a very great tech suggestion by Althea. Thank you very much for suggesting it. And I think that video helps best explain it because I don't have sufficient time to kind of go into the detail that I would like. The second tech tip for today is just another WhatsApp tech tip. This one is with regards to customization. So one of the things that we tend to do in WhatsApp, we usually have our phone not on silent. We usually hear the notification that, oh, a WhatsApp call may have come in just now. So let me make sure that I answer it, or a WhatsApp message may have come in. Let me make sure that I respond to that. But what if I tell you that there is a way for you to also identify who you are talking to before you even look at your phone? You can do that just like you can do with your regular ringtones on your phone, where you can change a ringtone to a specific person. You can actually change the notification to a specific person on your phone as well. And how to do that? It will be, I will share my screen with you in just a second. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and hopefully everyone can see it. Should be popping up now. In this chat box, I can actually customize my notification so that when my mom messages me and my phone is not on silent, it's loud, you know, we can hear the different pings. I can change it from the default notification to an individualized notification so that when my mom messages me, I know immediately that must be my mom because my mom only has that particular ringtone. And the way to do that is very simple. You go into the chat box that you're interested in. You go to the 3 dots in the top right corner. Once you click it, you can view contact. When you view contact, you can go to custom notifications here. When you select custom notifications, simply check the box that you would like to use custom notifications. And what that means is now you're open up to a myriad of options. You can change the tone from the default tone. My default tone may have been, if I click it, you have all of these different options to choose from. I don't know if you all can hear it. Can you all hear it?
No.
Okay, and that's fine if you don't. But there are several different tones in here that I can hear, and what I want to do is simply use just this, or I can change it to a different ringtone. And once I do that, I change it to the ringtone I'm interested in. I can go back and voila. Now it says for your mom, your notification tone has now changed. So that means that when my mom messages me and I'm not by my phone, once I hear the tone of lucid, I know that it's my mom messaging me. In fact, if my mom messages me and my phone is on silent, that means my phone is just vibrating and vibrating only, I can change the vibration pattern from short to long or a default. That way, once I feel the different vibration pattern, I know it's my mom. So you have the option to change the ringtone. You have the option to change the vibration pattern. You also can change how it pops up on your phone. You can show priority, meaning show previews of her message at the top if you don't usually do that. And even if she calls, you can change, if she calls through WhatsApp, you can change that ringtone as well and say, well, I don't want to use my default. I want to know it's specifically her. So I want to change it to one of these other options that I'm interested in. And once you do that, like I said, you can also change it for the vibration pattern as well. You can do so many things that you know who exactly is messaging you before you even pick up your phone. That is the whole goal of it. Just like you do for phone calls regularly, that you know, I have a specific phone call ringtone for a specific person. You can actually do the exact same things in your WhatsApp application. And again, just to recap, go to the message of the chat box of the person you're interested in, top right, view contact, and select custom notification. Now, let's say that you're not interested in using it anymore. You say, I don't need to use it anymore. All you have to do is deselect use custom notifications. When you deselect it, none of these below are active anymore. And once they're no longer active, the same way you get all of your other WhatsApp notifications, you will also get that this particular person's notifications as well. So I thought that was hopefully a little simple, but also beneficial, especially if you are usually in WhatsApp doing different things. So I am going to just do a quick recap. What did we just talk about? Can anybody help me out with that?
How to customize your call.
Okay,
your
how to
specific,
customize your call, how to customize your texts or chat message notifications, and how do we do that? Does anyone know how do we go about changing our tones or changing our vibration patterns? Where do we go to do that?
Go to
Go
the
to
three dots.
You go to the three dots beside the name.
I'm listening.
You go into
Sorry,
customize notifications.
Customer information.
All
No,
right.
they're not hearing me.
Now, yeah, I can hear you, Miss Andrea. So
Okay,
here's the
thank you.
question. If you flag it, when the checkbox is marked for using customized notifications, what happens? It's not a trick question. If you check the checkbox that says use customized notification, what happens after that?
You're able to determine whether you want to do a vibration or a tone, and within those, you get a list of different tones or vibration settings from either long or short.
Perfect. Perfect. So when you click it, you have the option to change it. If you deselect use customized notifications, guess what happened? You're not going to use them. So then it defaults back to whatever it was before. So thank you, Zalphia, gentlemen, and Sharon for giving me some details on that recap. All right, so hopefully I encourage you all to use it, try it. You may like it, you may find it beneficial. And until then, we will segue to the next part of the show.
All right, thank you, Kyle. And it's now time for our health quiz.
You have 10 questions, 3 choices per question. We will give you 3 minutes. Be sure to scroll down to the bottom and hit submit once you're done. And good luck.
I can't see the poll. I don't honestly.
About 30 more seconds. All right. Let me give you a couple more seconds to wrap up and submit. And we will now get ready to share the results.
Okay, so let's review. For his question, which of the following veggies has toxic leaves but an edible stalk? Rhubarb. Question number 2. What is a main color, the main color of Brussels sprouts? Green. Grapes typically grow on which kind of plants? These are some interesting answers here. Grapes typically grow on vines. Which of the following leafy veggies often has leaves with the darkest green? That would be spinach. Popeye the sailor eats which veggie to make his muscles grow big, if you used to watch Popeye? And that was spinach. Complete the following proverb. You must have heard it, must have said it somewhere. And a blank a day keeps the doctor away. An apple a day. Question number 7. Which fruit juice would increase certain medications' potency or even lead to an overdose? Interesting. And that is grapefruit. Question number 8. Which of the following statements is true about nectarines? And that would be that they are a cross between what? Peaches and apples. Cross between peaches and apples. Question number 9. Which feature suggests that veggies and fruits are rich in various nutrients and vitamins? And that would be its vibrant color, the color of it. And the final question, which of the following cooking methods can retain most of the nutritional content in fruits and veggies? And that would be steaming. You would retain most of the nutrients. Let's see, how did you do? Anybody with 10? 9? Good job, Edith. 8? All right, Jenalyn. Okay, Omnidata, you got 8. Good job. All right, the rest of you learned something. And the A students, they revised what they learned. Okay, so that's good. Now, last week, your challenge was, because it was Father's Day last Sunday, to call at least 7 dads and wish them a happy Father's Day. Thumbs up if you completed that assignment, 7 or more. 1, 2, only 2 persons. What? 3. My. You couldn't find 7 fathers to call and say happy Father's Day. My. I don't know what to say. Or when you come up, let's talk, is out of sight, out of mind.
Actually,
Like that.
yeah, Mrs. Spence.
What is that?
I said, actually, I had to say happy Father's Day because I worked Father's Day that morning.
That's right.
And, and I said it more than 7.
All right. That was good for you. You were on duty. So that was an easy fix. That was an easy fix. And by the way, Kyle, please put Andrea down. She completed her exercise for the week. Okay. All right. Now, this week's challenge is catch up. Catch up. Catch up on what? Now,
Oh.
get ready to write. Choose one. One of these you did not complete. This week is your time to catch up. Did you try that new vegetable dish? If you didn't, just choose one and the one you're going to do. Don't just write it. Listen to a podcast. Pack something for charity. Gardening. Watch the sunrise or sunset. Walk without your phone. Have fruit until noon. No sweet drinks for the week. Take time to laugh. Choose one. Write it in your notebook. That's your challenge for this week. That's your challenge for this week. Write one down in your notebook that you know you will accomplish. Catch up week. Now, we also had to make a summer dessert, and there are a few of us who did so. Let's see what you made. All right, that first and second one, they are mine. Strawberries are in season now, so I took some strawberries and some cherry, and I made a filling that I put on a graham cracker crust. And then I bought a sugarless whip as the top of this. I'm not a sweet person. You should have sweet personality, yes, but not, I don't like to eat a lot of sweets. So I was able to eat a slice of that. So yeah, it wasn't sweet. I didn't make it sweet at all. That was good. I will make that again. That's a good, very good summer dessert. All right, this one. Tell us about your dessert.
That's me, Andrea, me and Demesia combined. That is a tiramisu. I only made it because of the name. The name sounds so exotic. So I made it, we made it. And that was strawberries and raspberry tiramisu.
Okay, tiramisu from where? That's a what?
That's a
Japanese, Chinese, Asian name?
No, that's a what it is? Italian or something like that.
Oh, okay, made up of berries.
Made of, you can make it from all different berries, but we pick raspberries and strawberries. And we had I tried this new cheese they call, oh boy, what a name. I forget the name of it. But that sounded exciting too, so I said, let me try it. Because I had to go way up in Harbor Bay to find the lady's fingers and the cheese. Because it wasn't in the area where I was.
Mascarpone, mommy, mascarpone.
Mascarpone cheese.
Okay, I was wondering if Demi didn't know what she made or her name was just being called. I was about to talk to her.
Thank you for remembering.
Okay, it looks good.
It tastes really good.
Some exotic looking stuff.
It tastes really good.
Looks so.
And I heard of ladies' fingers long from years ago, and I said I know this biscuit, but I can't find it. I made some, we made some homemade ones.
Yeah.
But they came out flat. They didn't come out like how the picture showed, so I went and I got to purchase some.
Okay, yeah, it looks good, and I'm sure it tasted good too. Thank you for trying that dessert. I must say kudos to you now, Andrea. Pause here. You always try everything I throw out there. Thank you. Anything, you just try it. Wandering all over from food store to food store just to find those. Thank you.
I give my father a piece of that for Father's Day.
All right.
He just loves sweets, but it isn't that sweet.
Okay.
No, it isn't that sweet.
Now, I won't eat it because of all that cheese, but it looks good. Good.
Okay,
thank you again for attempting everything I say. You do it. Thank you. You don't go out of sight and out of mind like somebody I'm looking at. All right. The next one.
This week's project, we decided to do a fruit parfait. Ours consists of blueberries, bananas, strawberries, and a little bit of granola to add a crunch. We use vegan coconut whipped cream to add a little texture, smooth texture. Here is our project.
Looks good. Now I will eat that. I will eat that. Yeah,
That looks nice.
I will eat that. Good. Thank you again to all of you who submitted your summer dessert. Yes, and I will get that recipe to you, Ivy. Now, our self-care, taking care of yourself. This week, read a book. Read a book for fun. Just read a book for fun. It could be a novel. It could be a love story. It could be a mystery. It could be a fairy tale. It could be a children's book. Just sit down and enjoy reading a book. And next week you have to tell me what you read. To give me a little summary of the book. Any book. You're doing this not to learn anything, just to enjoy reading. Pick up a book and read. That's your self-care this week, and be ready next week to share something that you have read. Now, last week's project was so easy. I thought everybody would be tumbling over themselves, especially my friend in pink. I thought she would have been the first one in. I don't know, out of sight, out of mind. That's all I'm concluding. You had to take 2 photos of something in nature scene. Let's see what you came up with. How did you feel watching those?
Good.
Good? How else you felt?
Get some professionals there.
Didn't it give you that calming feeling, that relaxing feeling, watching those nature scenes? Don't get rid, don't delete. That's all right, beautiful. Okay, now don't delete those. We coming back to that next week after, because we have to stop right in, interject for a new project this week. But those, don't throw them away. You're gonna hear me talk about those. They were great, great, great photos, great nature scenes. Great, thank you again. Now, if you didn't get it in, my friend, you still have time because I will be revisiting that in 1 week's time. So hold on to your photo when you take it, because in 1 week's time, I'm coming back to those. But for this week, because July 4th here in the US is what? Independence Day. We want to do a project in tribute to Independence Day, and the colors of the flag, red, white, and blue. This is as wide open as the ocean. Anything you want to make and incorporate the colors red, white, and blue, this is your time to go wild, whatever. It could be food, it could be painting, it could be a craft, it could be something you sew. And all I need is the picture. I couldn't give it easier this week than I have. This is the easiest one yet, Jenna. Oh, I think she said she's having.
Listen, Blanche, last week was the easiest.
Oh, it was, but this one is easier.
I said easiest.
You remember that was compared with before, now we have moved on. Okay, anything but incorporate the three colors, red, white, and blue. Anything you want to do with it. All right, red, white, and blue. Anything you want to do, just give me the picture. You don't even have to do a video, okay? Just send, like how we did the nature pictures. Anything red, white, and blue. Anything. And I said anything, red, white, and blue. Please send it to me on or before. This is so easy. I know I'll get it before Monday at 6 because this is so easy. So easy to do. Red, white, blue. That's in a nod or tribute to Independence Day. And next week, wear something, either 2 of the colors, 3 of the colors when you come on for next week. Thanks again. Now we will segue to, very quickly, we've been dealing this week with taking nature scenes. So this passage continues that theme, Job 12, verse 7, and then verse 10. It says, but ask the animals and they will teach you, or the birds in the sky, and they will tell you. In his hand is the life of every creature and the breath of all mankind. In the Bible, animals were always used as metaphors to teach us lessons. And those lessons could be lessons that were positive or lessons that were negative. So we want to look at 1 or 2 animals and see what this text is saying that it can teach us, because God controls every creature and the breath of every. Let's look at the deer. The deer is beautiful, is graceful, it is sure-footed. And so the spiritual lesson that we can learn from a deer is our spiritual feet, just as that deer can climb up all the rocky mountains and the rocky hills, and they're sure-footed. They're not slipping and sliding as they go, very confident as they go. We, as God's people, need to walk gracefully. We are going to meet obstacles just as the deer does, but we will become sure-footed as we anchor in God's word. When we anchor in God's word, our path will be made easier and clearer, just as the deer's feet is secured and anchored as he climbs the rocky mountains. And then the next one is the eagle. The eagle is known for soaring majestically way above the storm. No matter what storms are happening underneath, the eagle has the power to soar above the storms. And one thing about the eagle you may not know, you may know, is eagles do not eat dead meat. They do not eat dead meat. All of their prey, they capture live. For us as Christians, we should not be eating dead meat. What do I mean by that? You can't just keep talking about 3 weeks ago. You have to eat, as I always say, fresh bread. What has God done for you today? What did he do for you yesterday? Keep your blessings and praises fresh. Yes, you can refer to 10 years ago, he healed me. Did he heal you this week? Did he heal you today? Yes. Keep it fresh, like the eagle, fresh meat, not always only having the old stories to tell. And then the locusts are grasshopper. They cannot be destructive all by themselves. They are powerful. But when they get together and form that swarm, they are formidable. They are an illustration of strength for us. When we come together in unity and we cooperate, we can get anything done as a group of women. Anything when we put our minds and hearts in unity together. And then we have the ant. We don't like them, but we can learn from them because they are smarter than most people. Ants work hard. You don't never see a lazy ant. You have never seen an ant sitting down sleeping. Every time you see an ant is on the move. Every time we look down, they're on the move. So what can we learn from the ant? Work hard. And they don't only work hard, they prepare for the future. They put away food. They know about working together to carry that one crumb of bread to their nest. So like the ant, we learn the value of hard work and foresight. And then the text says, the birds of the air will teach you. Well, what do the birds teach us? Birds learn to trust themselves before they take off in the sky. They just don't get up out of the nest and fly. They learn to trust themselves. So have faith in your abilities. Have faith, believe in yourself, and know that you will find a warm current to soar on just like the birds. Different birds have hundreds of different hues or colors. We are different in looks, in color, in abilities. So make sure you are not hiding your color, your talent, your ability. You are one of a kind. Be you. Birds thrive despite changes in the environment. So it's hot now. We have lots of birds out there. They're still tweeting and singing. In the winter, God has made them. Some of them know to go to warmer places. They know when to move before the winter comes. So it is, we must know, we must be fluid. We must know when to move. Don't feel obligated that you're stuck in this. I have to do this to please nobody. You don't see the birds doing that. They know when to move, when to say goodbye and move on. Trust your ability to be able to move from branch to branch, and you're going to land where you need to, where God will place you. Birds seek strength and sustenance from one another. They keep friends and family close by. That's what we can learn from the bird. Keep friends and family close by as you navigate through life. And finally, in order for a bird to soar or to travel or to go from branch to branch, it has to spread its wings. It has to be willing to sometimes leave safety to get to where it's going. So like the birds, we must be willing to spread our wings. And yes, sometimes we will feel like we are falling, but the bird don't give up. They keep flapping their wings. So you keep flapping your wings and you will learn to soar like the birds. And so we learn those lessons from the animals and the birds so we can say with the songwriter, draw me close to you.
Draw me close to you. Never let me go. I lay it all down again. Oh no, to hear you say that I'm your friend. You are my desire. No one else will do. 'Cause nothing else can take your place. Oh no, no. To feel the warmth of your embrace. Help me find a way. Bring me back to you. Bring me back. Oh, you know the words, you sing along. Jesus, draw me close to you. Yeah. You sing. Draw me close to you. Never let me go. Never let me go. I lay it all down. I lay it all down again. Yes. To hear you say that I'm your friend. You are my desire. You are my desire. No one else will do. No one else will do. 'Cause nothing else can take your place. 'Cause nothing else can take your place. Just to feel the warmth of your embrace. Help me find a way, Lord. Help me find a way. Bring me back to you. Bring me back to you. All over the building with hands lifted. Lift your voice.
Thank you so much for joining Let's Talk this morning. Remember, common sense is a flower that doesn't grow in everyone's garden. Please have a good day, a good week. Stay safe and think about Let's Talk after you sign off and do your challenges and your projects. Bye, everyone.